Hey guys, so I wanted to do my video on our goals for weaning Sean from breastfeeding and just kind of like what our plan is. Before I start this, most of you know I am all for extended breastfeeding. I really don't think that there should be an age limit on breastfeeding. I think that as long as both mother and baby are happy to breastfeed, I believe they can breastfeed as long as they want. More props to moms who go beyond the 2-year mark or beyond the year mark. And, I think it's great. We're currently at 14 months, exclusively breastfeeding. Sean's never had a bottle, never had formula. He's never taken a bottle. We've tried. So it's just been me. And since about 6 months, he was sleeping through the night from like 6 weeks to like 6 months. And then at 6 months, he switched, and ever since then, he has been waking up in the middle of the night for feedings. And, at first it wasn't so bad, but now it's just awful. I'm waking up probably 3 to 4 times a night to feed him. I do co-sleep or couch share. I would say bed share, but he does not like sleeping in my bed. He actually sleeps on the couch. And I'm tired, as you can see from my bags under my eyes. So I decided a while back that I was going to start night weaning, and I did start talking about that a little bit on Facebook, but I was just going to wean out like one of the nursing feeds at night and slowly maybe move it to 2. And I started doing it, and it seemed to be kind of working, and then he got sick. And so obviously I quit doing it then because I don't want him sitting in his crib crying, especially when he's sick and he just wants his mama. But then I started doing, again, I started up like a couple days ago just doing the one time a night. And then me and my mom were talking, and, it's really true. Like, I'm trying to wean one feeding out of the night, but he doesn't know if he's been asleep for 10 minutes or 3 hours. He just knows that sometimes I wouldn't pick him up to feed him, and then sometimes I would. So I figured the best way I'd have to do it is just cut out completely the whole nighttime feeding, and I knew it was going to be hard. So last night was the first try, and it was pretty rough. He was not happy, and of course it breaks my heart. I do it, I guess it's the controlled cried out method. I don't know what it is. I've read so many different books and gotten so many different ways to do it, and I've tried so many of them, but honestly, it's just, you just gotta go what works for you. There's so much information, you can almost get information overload. So basically what I do is I lay him down, and then I go in every 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes until he is asleep. The longer I'm actually out of the room, the better. The more he settles down. Every time I go in, he gets more worked up. I know some people do not believe in the cried out method or sleep training at all. I do think you have to do what you think is best for your family. And this is what I think is best for mine. It's hard and I hate it, but I figured we had to start somewhere, and this is where we start. So he's 14 months old, and my goal is to have him weaned by September. So he would be about 17 months old, almost 18 months. And that's just my goal. I think it's been a plenty long journey. He is not nursing for food anymore. He only nurses for comfort. So he nurses before naps, bed, and then all night long. He does not nurse to sleep anymore. We actually, about 10 months old, did the sleep training, and he goes to bed really great. He puts himself to sleep every night, but I thought that would correct the problems that we were having, but it didn't. He still kept waking in the middle of the night. So that's just our goal. I love breastfeeding, and part of me is sad to end my journey, but the other part of me is excited because I'm kind of ready for a little more freedom back. And that might be selfish to some, but it's just something that I really need to do for myself because it's really mentally wearing me down, and I'm really starting not to enjoy breastfeeding as much as I did before. I would personally love if Sean self-weaned. I know that some people's children do, and that is awesome. I believe that my son will nurse till he is 5 years old if I let him. He loves to breastfeed. I just don't see him self-weaning. I could be wrong. Maybe during this process, he may just wake up one day and decide he doesn't want to nurse anymore. I personally just highly doubt it, just because he's never had a bottle. He really, he just loves to nurse. So again, I would love if he would self-wean, because then I would feel so much less guilty. And I'm trying not to let the guilt get to me, but you know, I feel selfish for doing it, but for my mental health and I think I need to get some of my freedom back, because it is very hard for me. I don't get to go anywhere. He's always with me. You know, it's very, very hard. He's very, very attached to me, which is great, but it's like, I don't get to do anything. So that is my plan. If you have weaned a toddler, you know, if you have any advice on what to do, like I said, I've been reading stuff everywhere, but I just feel like sometimes you just get a information overload, and some things work for some people, some things don't. But if you have any helpful tips or advice, you know, please share. If you do have any negative things to say, I would just ask you to refrain, because I do know the benefits of extended breastfeeding. I do know that some people are against the cried out method. I know all these things. I'm just trying to share what's working for my family. I was debating about making this video because I really don't want to deal with the negative stuff that people troll these videos for to preach. I'm very educated on everything when it comes to breastfeeding and the weaning and the benefits and everything like that. But like I said, I just think this is what's going to have to happen for my family. So I'm giving myself plenty of time to do this, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. So if you guys have any helpful advice, just let me know, and I will talk to you guys soon. Alright, bye. I did forget to mention one thing. I wanted just to add this in after I was watching the video, is I didn't actually tell you what my plan was. Well, my plan is to start with the nighttime nursing, so eliminating the nighttime nursing, and then I would have my morning nursing, the 2 naps, and then bedtime left, and then I would slowly wean those off. So I'd probably get them down to maybe taking only 1 nap a day, so eliminate a nap time and a nursing time, and then eventually stop nursing for nap time, and then we would just have the morning and bedtime nursing, and then I don't know which one. Maybe I'd get rid of the nighttime and then just have the morning and then wean that one. So definitely going to do it step by step. Like I said, I have like 3 months to do this. I'm going to set myself up for 3 months to do this. So that way I'm not also engorged or have any painful, and try to make it a smooth transition of getting him off so that it's not traumatic for him, you know. So that is what my goal is. I know a lot of people say start with the easiest and go to hardest, but I really, really want to get rid of the nighttime nursing, because obviously it's affecting my sleep, and I just think he would just be so much happier during the day if he was actually sleeping through the night. So, and who knows, this might not even fix the nighttime nursing, who knows. But yeah, that is my plan, so I just wanted to add that in real quick because I totally forgot to mention that. So, alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.